So let's get into a head-to-head comparison between two of Apple's latest offerings, the sleek iPhone Air and the budget-friendly iPhone 16e. And if you're trying to decide between these two, I'm going to break down the top 5 pros and top 5 cons for each, what they have in common, and their prices, including the insane $99 deal on the iPhone 16e from Boost Mobile. Let's jump right in. But first off, a quick overview. The iPhone 16e, released in February 2025, is Apple's affordable powerhouse. It's basically essentially the spiritual successor to the iPhone SE line. It's designed for folks who want modern features without breaking the bank. And on the other hand, the iPhone Air, launching in September 2025 with the other iPhone 17, making it part of the iPhone 17 family. This is all about premium thinness and style. It's the thinnest iPhone ever made. Now let's talk about pricing, because this is where things get very interesting. The iPhone 16e starts at $599 for the base 128 gigabyte model, but here's the killer deal. If you switch to Boost Mobile and sign up for the $60 unlimited plan, you can get it for only $99. That's a massive discount, but keep in mind that you're going to have maybe some issues if you're not into Boost Mobile, or basically runs off AT&T, but I think it's pretty good. You get 30 gigs of unlimited data, so that's pretty good, way cheaper than with the carriers. But for under $100, that's a good deal. It's a steal for a new iPhone. The iPhone Air, being more premium, that one starts at pretty much $1,000 for 256 gigs, so double the storage. No crazy carrier deals like that yet. You're not going to get the iPhone Air for anything really cheap unless you trade stuff in, but you could finance it through Apple or carriers for around $42 per month over 24 months. So the cheaper deal is definitely going to be the iPhone 16e. Okay, before we get to the pros and cons, let's cover what these two share in common. Both are built on Apple's ecosystem, so they have a lot of overlap. You're going to see a lot of the same stuff between these in the experience. But first off, let's talk about Apple Intelligence integration. Both of these devices support Apple's AI features, like creating custom emojis, photo editing with cleanup, and on-device processing for privacy. It's seamless and future-proof, supposedly. Next, both of these share a 48 megapixel Fusion camera. They both pack a high-resolution main camera that handles 4K and 2x optical zoom. Great for everyday photography without needing pro-level iPhone's camera setups. Next, impressive battery life. Both are very good. The 16e offers up to 26 hours of video playback, while the Air edges it out at 27 hours. But both will easily last you all day thanks to efficient chips and iOS optimizations. Next, both of these have connectivity features such as 5G, eSIM support, Wi-Fi, emergency SOS via satellite, crash detection, stuff like that that'll give you peace of mind wherever you are. Both of these share iOS ecosystem and durability. They're running the latest iOS with years of updates and eco-friendly builds using recycled materials. Both are tough design, the 16e with aerospace aluminum and the Air with ceramic shield. These commonalities make them feel like family, but the differences are where the real decision lies between these two in purchasing. Here are my top 5 pros of the iPhone 16e. Number 1 is definitely going to be affordability. At $600, fully unlocked from Apple, or $99 with the Boost Mobile deal, it's an entry point into the latest Apple tech without premium price tag. It is perfect for students or first-time iPhone users. Next, it is very compact and it has a portable design. The 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display is pretty much edge-to-edge, very vibrant, but the phone size makes it easy to handle one-handed. It's durable too, with drop-tested aluminum. Next, we have the powerful A18 chip. It's a 4-core GPU, handles gaming, multitasking, it has Apple Intelligence, It's pretty much future-proof for years and years of iOS updates. Next, we have a supersized battery. You're getting up to 26 hours of video playback, which means you won't be hunting for a charger in the middle of the day. And it has that custom C1 modem, which helps with the battery efficiency. Next, we have a solid camera for the price. You get a 48 megapixel fusion sensor delivering sharp photos. You get that 4K video. It also has the action button, which adds quick access to features like visual intelligence, or you can launch it for the camera or other stuff like that. Now, these are the 5 cons for the iPhone 16e. First, it has a 60 hertz refresh rate. The display is great, but it lacks that smooth and fast 120 hertz ProMotion found on other higher end models like the Pro phones, or more recently the iPhone 17, the regular one. Scrolling will feel a little bit dated compared to the competitors out there. Next, we have no MagSafe charging. You're missing that magnetic wireless charging tech. That means that you're going to get slower charging and fewer accessory options. That's going to make some people kind of change their minds. They have to strictly charge through a cable if you want that fast charging, and it's going to be kind of finicky. You have to get a case if you want that MagSafe, another purchase. Next, we have that limited camera versatility. I already mentioned it already has that single camera, that single main lens. There's no ultra wide, so you're not taking any landscape photos or group shots. I mean, it's a good camera, but it's not really flexible as other iPhones that had 2 or 3 cameras. Next is the base storage options. You're starting off at 128 gigs, which might fill up quickly if you're into photos and videos. Now, not like other iPhones that start off at 256 gigs now. And the next con is that there's no advanced camera features like that camera control on the side. The 16e, it skips some pro touches like the dedicated camera control, like the iPhone Air and other pricier models. Overall, the 16e is a value champ, but it makes compromises to hit that price point. So let's shift gears, and now let's talk about the iPhone Air. These are the top 5 pros. And the first one is definitely going to be its ultra thin and light design. It's just 5.6 millimeters thick and 165 grams. It feels like it just disappears in your pocket. It feels like a piece of glass in your hand. Very futuristic. That polished titanium frame and ceramic shield make it super durable too, 3 times more scratch resistant than before on other models. Next pro is the ProMotion display. The 6.5-inch Super Retina XDR screen with 120 hertz refresh rate is very buttery smooth, great for gaming, scrolling, and videos. It's immersive and it's larger than the 16e. Next pro is the A19 Pro chip, Apple's fastest CPU yet. It's up to 40% quicker than older Pros with a 5-core GPU and neural accelerators. Handles intensive tasks like no other. Basically, this is just a super fast, powerful chip. Next, we have an innovative center stage front camera. Very interesting. This it takes the 18 megapixel selfie cam and adjusts its framing for groups, rotate modes, and supports dual capture video. It has a rear 48 megapixel fusion camera. It's just pretty good condition, pretty nice. It's very, very cool. You get to just get a lot of people into the shot, and it'll take like a landscape type of photo with the selfie camera. Very cool. Something that the 16e does not have. The next pro is just all around premium connectivity. It has Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and the N1 chip, which is going to be used for smart home integration. And you do get MagSafe, and it has this phone is also compatible with the new MagSafe battery, which you can slap it on if you want extra battery instead of being connected to a charger. So that's pretty cool. Now let's talk about the 5 cons for the iPhone Air. Number 1, it has to be the high price. At $1,000, that's a big ask, especially when it replaces other phones like the Plus model, and it just costs more. Nobody needs to pay $1,000 unless you really want that thickness to justify it. With that high price, you're only getting a single camera lens on the back. Just like the iPhone 16e, it lacks an ultra-wide or telephoto lens. For a premium phone, this feels like it's cutting a corner, especially when Pro phones before this have 3 cameras that take a lot of different type of shots for videos and for pictures. The next con is that this phone potentially has throttling. The performance has been super good for some users under heavy loads, and I think that has to do with the very slim design. There's not a lot of space in there to handle all the stuff that's going on, the heat, all that stuff. So that might be a potential downside right there. Next con is that the battery could be better for its size. I mean, it's a bigger device than the 16e, and it only gets one more hour. It has 27 hours for videos, but it has a larger screen, and it doesn't really blow away the competition. And there's actually no ultra fast charging out of the box, so it's a little bit slower in charging compared to other phones. And next con is that it does have underwhelming sales and a hype in different markets. It's really not being the big seller as Apple expected it. Early reports show that it's not flying off the shelves, possibly because it feels like a niche product rather than a must-have upgrade. And that might give some worry about Apple maybe discontinuing this. That's something to look out for. We've had products in the past that haven't sold well, and Apple kind of just pushes it to the side and doesn't really update them, and sometimes they just discontinue them altogether. So pretty much the iPhone Air is those who prioritize style and smoothness, but it might not wow everyone though with those cons. So in conclusion, if you're on a budget and want solid performance with that $99 boost deal, go for the iPhone 16e. I wouldn't get it for $600. It's a no-brainer for that $99 price tag for everyday use. But if you crave that premium ultra slim experience and don't mind the cost and the other cons, the iPhone Air is a stylish powerhouse. Which one are you leaning towards? If I had to pick between the two, price point, I'll definitely get the iPhone 16e for everyday task and long battery life. But if you really crave futuristic thinness, oh man, and you got the cash with you, that thinness is right on point with the iPhone Air. And yeah, go for it. It's worth it if you care about the aesthetics and you have money to burn. So that's been my comparison between the iPhone 16e and the iPhone Air.